Hello guys, today I'm gonna summarize the chapter 12 of the season A version 7, and which is chapter 12 is about the WLAN concept. Chapter 12 is all about the wireless concept of a network. And it have seven parts, which is the introduction to wireless, WLAN components, WLAN operation, CAPWAP operation, channel management, and violent threats, and secure violence. First, we go to the chapter 12.1, Introduction to Wireless. Benefits of wireless is the first. Wireless LAN, or the WLAN, is a type of wireless network that is commonly used in homes, offices, and campus environments. Next, we have the types of wireless networks. We have four types of wireless networks, which is the wireless personal area networks, or what we know as the WPAN, the wireless LANs, or this is the we usually use in our homes, in our houses. The WLAN, next the wireless MANs, the WMAN, lastly is the wireless wide area network, or WWANs. First, we can talk. I'm gonna summarize the for the wireless personal area network it uses low power transmitters for a short range network, usually to 20 to 30 feet. Whereas LANs uses transmitters to cover a medium-sized network, usually up to 300 feet only. Wireless MANs uses transmitters to provide wireless service over a larger geographic area. Wireless wide area network uses transmitters to provide coverage over an extensive geographic area. So they go to the wireless technologies. Wireless technologies uses the unlicensed radio spectrum to send and receive data. Then we have the four wireless technologies in our community now. We have the Bluetooth, the WiMAX, the cellular broadband, and the satellite broadband. Bluetooth is we commonly use it when we're trying to send some files, images, music, yeah, and it has a distance over up to 200 feet. WiMAX, worldwide interoperability for microwave access. It is an alternative to broadband wired internet connections, competing with this DSL and cable. Cellular broadband, cellular is the 4G or 5G network, and they are wireless mobile networks primarily used by the cellular phones, but can be used in automobiles, tablets, and laptops. And lastly, the satellite broadband. It provides network access to remote sites through use of a directional satellite dish that is aligned with a specific geostationary Earth orbit satellite. Next, we have the 802.11 standards, and we have the 7 WLAN standards. We have first the 802.11. It has the radio frequency of 2.4 gigahertz and has speeds of up to 2 Mbps. Next, the 802.11a, 5 gigahertz of speed of radio frequency, speeds of up to 54 Mbps. 802.11b, and it has the radio frequency of 2.4 gigahertz and speeds of up to 11 Mbps. Excuse me. Next is the 802.11g, which is the 2.4, which has the radio frequency of 2.4 gigahertz and speeds up to same as the 802.11a, 54 Mbps. Next, the 802.11n. It has the radio frequency of 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, and the data rates range from 150 Mbps to 600 Mbps. So 2.11 AC It has the radio frequency of 5 GHz and it provides data rates ranging from 450 Mbps to 1.3 Gbps. 802, lastly is the 802.11ax. It has the radio frequency of 2.4 GHz to 5 GHz, and this is the newly released WLAN standard. It has been released on 2019. Next is the radio frequencies. Next is wireless standard organizations. The wireless standard organizations is the in are the we have three wireless standards organization. The International Telecommunication Union, or the ITU, regulates the allocation of the radio frequency spectrum and satellite orbits. Next wireless standards organization is the IEEE, or the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Uh, it specifies how a radio frequency is modulated to carry information. It maintains the standard for local and metropolitan area networks. The Wi-Fi Alliance is a global or a non-profit industry trade association devoted to promoting the growth and acceptance of WLAN. Next, we go to the 12.2 of the chapter 12, the WLAN components. First, we have the wireless NICs, or what we know as the network interface card. We have the wireless home router, wireless router servers, uh, such as an access point, the switch, and router. And we have next the wireless access point, the AP categories, which categorized into two: the autonomous APs and control-based APs. Wireless antennas, which is the omnidirectional directional antennas that focus the radio signal in a given direction. And lastly is the multiple input multiple output, or the MIMO. It uses multiple antennas to increase available bandwidth. Next we go to the 12.3 of the chapter 12, which is the WLAN operation. And we have here the 802.11 wireless topology modes, which is the ad hoc mode, infrastructure mode, the tethering mode. Uh, First is the ad hoc mode. Excuse me. This is when two devices connect wirelessly in a peer-to-peer. Uh, Ad hoc mode is we commonly use it on the offline games. We used to connect into hotspot of each other, or the IP address. Next is the infrastructure mode. This is when wireless clients interconnect via a wireless router or a. Next is the tethering, or this is what we all know, the hotspot. A variation of the ad hoc topology is when a smartphone or tablet with cellular data access is enabled to create a personal hotspot. Next, we have the BSS and ESS. First, the BSS stands for Basic Service Set. It consists of a single AP interconnecting all associated wireless clients. ESS is Extended Service Set. When a single BSS provides insufficient coverage, two or more BSS can be joined through a common distribution systems or DS into an ESS. Next, we have 802.11 frame structure here, the CSMA or CA, the wireless client and AP association, and we have it in the last part of the 12.3 is the passive and active discover mode. In passive mode, the IP openly advertises its service by periodically sending broadcast beacon frames containing the SSID. Yeah, and in the active mode, wireless clients must know the name of the SSID. Wireless client initiates the process by broadcasting a probe request frame on multiple channels. Next chapter is the 12 point the in the chapter 12, the part of the 12.4, which is the CAPWAP, which stands for Control and Provisioning of Wireless Access Points. We have the split MAC architecture, the two functions of split MAC architectures, which is the AP MAC functions and WLC MAC functions. We have the DTLS encryption or the data graph transport layer security. Uh, DTLS provides security between the AP and the WLC. Next, we have the FlexConnect APS, a wireless solution for branch office and remote office deployments. There are two modes of operation for the FlexConnect AP: the connected mode and the standalone mode. The connected mode is the reachable of the WLC. The standalone mode is unreachable of the WLC. Next, we go to the 12.5, which is the channel management. Frequency channel saturation. Wireless LAN devices have transmitters and receivers tuned in to specific frequencies of radio waves to communicate. We have a DSSS, FHSS, OFDM. DSSS is the direct sequence spread spectrum. This is a modulation technique designed to spread a signal over a larger frequency band. Frequency hopping spread spectrum. This relies on spread spectrum methods to communicate. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, the OFDM, is a subset of frequency division multiplexing in which a single channel uses multiple subchannels on adjacent frequencies. Next, we have the channel selection. The best practice for wireless requiring multiple APs is to use non-overlapping channels. Planning on development. When planning the location of APs, the approximate circular coverage area. Next, we have in the 12.6, which is the wireless security overview. We have there the interception of data, wireless intruders, denial of service or DOS attacks, and rogue APs. Those attacks. Properly configured devices, uh, malicious user intentionally interfering with the wireless communication, accidental interface. Next, we have the rogue access points, man in the middle attack, and lastly, we have in the last part of the chapter 12, the 10.7, which is the SSID cloaking and MAC address filtering. SSID cloaking is the APs and some wireless routers allow the SSID beacon frame to be disabled as shown on in the chapter 12 of my content. The wireless clients must manually configure the SSID to connect to the network. MAC address filtering. We have the MAC address filtering. Next is the HTTP authentication methods. We have the wide equivalent privacy, the Wi-Fi protected access, the WPA3, and open systems authentication. Type of the authentication methods is the open system authentication. It has the use of VPNs and shared key authentication and provides mechanisms. Next, we have the authenticating a home user. We have the encryption methods, authenticating the enterprise. We use server IP address and UDP port numbers and the shared key. The last part of chapter 12 is the WPA3, the WPA3 personal, WPA3 enterprise, the open networks, and the IoT onboarding. That's all guys. Thank you for watching.